Welcome to this channel. Today we will be reading out the story called The Enchanted Scorpions from the novel called Grandma's
Stories,
Bag
bag
of
of
Stories,
stories.
written
Written by
by
Sudhamurthy.
Sudhamurthy. So let's begin without wasting further time. So Visha, start.
This time you start.
The Enchanted Scorpions. What an exciting morning the children had had that day. Azza had asked for their help in cleaning up his old storeroom. Azza loved to keep all kinds of all things in that room, much to Aziz's annoyance. She firmly believed the room was the principal attraction for all the cockroaches, mice, termites, and other such bugs in the house. Every summer holiday, the children spent a day clearing out the room, exclaiming over all the treasures they had unearthed. Alza even let them keep some of the odds and ends they found. That didn't please their mothers too much though. Today they had found an old wooden box. It was a big box, beautifully carved all over with flowers and vines and leaves. Inside it had little compartments to keep all manner of things. Now these compartments were empty, but Raghu, who had been reading Treasure Island, imagined that once these were full of gold and silver coins, gems as big as eggs, and all kinds of fantastic jewels. After examining the box thoroughly, the children decided that the day's story had to be about lost treasure. Azzi, who knew a story about anything under the sun, started right away. Siddharth was a young, good natured merchant looking for work. He arrived in a village. He liked the people of the village so much that he decided to use all his savings, buy a house, and live there forever. While searching for a house, he met Uday. Uday was a poor man. His family had once been extremely wealthy landowners but were now not so well off. Uday was looking to sell his old family mansion in order to pay off his family's loans. Siddharth loved the house Uday showed him and bought it immediately. Then he set about repairing the mansion. Mansion पता क्या? बहुत बड़ा घर.
हाँ, वो कौन सा घर?
बहुत बड़ा घर, mansion, बैल जैसा, जिसमें बड़े-बड़े कमरे होते हैं.
उदय के पास एक मैंसन था, लेकिन वो टूट कैसे गया?
पुराना था ना? पुराना था ना?
तो उसे
रिनोवेट करना था, रिपेयर करना था. Okay?
हाँ.
Okay, then he set about repairing the mansion which was in ruins. As he dug out the old flooring, he found a sealed box buried underground. When he opened it, to his surprise, he saw it was filled with scorpions. He flung the box away in fright. This is the way. बॉक्स को जैसे खोला, बिच्छू बिच्छू बाहर आ गए. जरा से अचानक से और जल्दी से उस बॉक्स को बाहर फेंक दिया, जल्दी छड़ा दिया. That evening, he went to visit the wisest man in the village and asked him about the box of scorpions. The wise man thought for a while, then said, "Perhaps Uday's ancestors hid some money in that box and buried it to be used when someone in the family needed the money. Over the years, they must have forgotten about the existence of the box." Siddharth was still puzzled, but the box contained scorpions. He said, "Not money." The old man smiled. "The box is protected by an old spell. If it is opened by anyone other than a family member, it will appear as if it is swarming with scorpions." Swarming means बहुत सारे एक जगह, झुंड सा ऐसे. Only a true family member will be able to see that the box contains money. Siddharth was sad to hear this story. He remembered the tears that had sprung up in Uday's eyes as he had looked back at his ancestors' house for one last time before leaving the village. If only he had known about the hidden treasure, he would not have had to sell the house. When Siddharth reached home, he decided to keep the box safely till someone from Uday's family came to claim it. To make sure that the box was taken only by a true descendant of Uday's family. Descendant मतलब कि जैसे कि उत्तराधिकारी ऐसे जैसे पापा का बेटा हो गया ऐसे है ना? He took 4 scorpions from the box and hung them in 4 corners of his newly opened shop. All his customers would comment when they entered the shop, Siddharth, are you mad? Why have you hung dangerous insects in your shop? Do you want to scare away shoppers? Siddharth would only smile. He knew his goods were the best for miles around, and people would come to shop at his store, scorpions or not. Gradually, the shop came to be known as the Scorpion Shop, and the villagers laughed at him behind his back. But Siddharth did not care. Many years passed. Siddharth was now a middle-aged man with a wife and children and enough money. But he had one regret. No one had come to claim that box. One day, a young boy walked into the shop and said, Sir, I have heard from many people in the village that you are wealthy and often help those in need. I had to stop going to school because I could no longer pay my fees. Could you please lend me some money so I can finish my studies? Siddharth shook his head sadly. The villagers have exaggerated about my wealth. He said, Yes, I'm earning enough, but not so much that I can help you or lend you money, though I would have loved to do so. The boy flared up in anger when he heard this. Sir, if you do not want to help me, please say so openly. Why do you lie? You have so much money that you don't know what to do with it. Why else have you hung gold coins in the 4 corners of your shop? Surely you can spare some coins to help a poor student like me. Siddharth stared at him in astonishment. What? What did you just say? He asked, his eyes bulging in excitement. I said, if you don't want to help. The boy repeated, Yes, I heard that. Siddharth cut him short. But what did you say after that? About the gold coins in my shop? The boy now looked at Siddharth doubtfully, afraid that perhaps this excited old man was a bit mad. I said, You are so wealthy that you have hung gold coins in the 4 corners of the shop. There they are for the world to see. And the boy pointed to what appeared to Siddharth as 4 writhing scorpions. Let's see the pronunciation of this word.
Wait. Writhing.
Like this, I think, meaning. Okay? Painful situation, जैसे चोट लगना किसी को है? Writhing. To turn and roll your body about. Okay?
मतलब
ऐसे सिकुड़ जाना ऐसे, चटपटाना, तड़पना, पीड़ा से. Writhe. Okay?
स्कॉर्पियंस ऐसे झटपटा के तड़प क्यों रहते हैं?
वो ऐसे लटका रखा था उनको, तो पेन में होंगे ना, सिकुड़ जाएंगे. Writhing.
उन्होंने शॉप फिर उन्हें दर्द होगा तो उन्हें शॉप में क्यों लटकाया?
वो स्कॉर्पियन नहीं थे, वो गोल्ड कॉइन्स थे. लेकिन क्या है कि दूसरों को स्कॉर्पियन दिखते थे और जो ऑनर था ना हाउस का उसको ही दिखता था गोल्ड कॉइन. लेकिन लोगों को लगता है जैसे कि स्कॉर्पियन है और फिर वो तड़प के ना ऐसे लटकाते हैं तो रखते हैं तो इसे सिकुड़ जाएंगे ना ऐसे. इसलिए बोलते हैं, ठीक है?
Okay. कहाँ है? कहाँ है?
Okay, हाँ. And the boy pointed to what appeared to Siddharth as four writhing scorpions. Siddharth gave a happy whoop of laughter. He rushed forward and hugged the boy. Are you related to Uday Kamalakar? Kamalkar? Kamlakar? Did your family ever live in this village? He nearly shouted into the boy's ears. The young man stepped back in alarm. Perhaps this rich man was mad and dangerous after all. Yes, my name is Uday. I was named after my grandfather. His family lived here for many generations. Then, when they fell on hard times, my grandfather sold this old house and moved. He never recovered from the grief of having to sell his ancestral property and died heartbroken. Siddharth wiped away the tears from his eyes. Wait here, my son, he said. Rushing to his house, he came back with the old box. You know, here the we should say.
A-E-I-O.
Old is starting with vowel sound, so it should be the old, not the old. With the old box and gave it to the young boy. Go on, open it and tell me what you see. He chuckled. Chuckled means थोड़ा सा smile करना, मुस्कुराना. The boy opened the box and his eyes nearly fell out of his head, for he held his.
तो फ्रेंड्स, रास्ते में हमारी लाइट जा चुकी है, तो प्लीज डोंट माइंड, हम यही है और ये स्टोरी नरेट कर रहे हैं. बस थोड़ा सा लाइट ऑफ हो गई है, बुरा ना मानिए. अब मैं आगे बढ़ूंगी.
बुरा ना मानिए, होली है.
बुरा ना मानो.
चल स्टार्ट विशा.
Yeah. The boy opened the box and his eyes nearly fell out of his head, for he held in his hands more treasure than he could dream about in his wildest fantasies. Fantasies means
Fantasies उधर की ख्याली पुलाव करना है ऐसे.
in his wildest fantasies, the box was filled with gold and silver coins and jewels. He looked up in astonishment at Siddharth, who was grinning broadly. Yes, it belongs to you, Siddharth explained. I have held it safe for many years, hoping someone from Uday's family will come to claim it. Your troubles are now over. Go home. Use the wealth of your ancestors judiciously. यानी carefully.
हाँ, judiciously में दिमाग से ऐसे कि यहाँ से लगाओ, यहाँ करने लगाओ ऐसे.
And do well in life. Then he told the boy the story of how he had found the box, which appeared to be filled with scorpions to anyone who did not belong to Uday's family. Uday was amazed when he heard the story. He offered Siddharth half his wealth in gratitude, but Siddharth would hear none of it. Hear मतलब?
सुनना, उसकी कुछ नहीं सुना.
Hear none of it. This is yours, he insisted. Go and enjoy your life.
Go and का लिखा हुआ है इसमें.
Go enjoy your life. They went away with the box, and all his life he remembered the funny, honest old man who had kept his wealth safely for him. How lovely, Aji! Krishna gasped. Gasped मतलब?
ऐसे मुंह खुला खुला रह जाना.
Gasped. If only we had such a shopkeeper in our town.
In this town.
In this town, all the children agreed that they would have been. That would.
All the children agreed that would have been such fun.
Aji laughed at their dreamy faces. Then she shooed them out to play in the garden. And do you know what they played till late in the evening? Treasure hunt. Of course.
So that's all in this video. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel. We'll come back again with the next story of the same novel called A Grandma's Bag of Stories, written by Sudha Murthy. Thank you so much for watching this video.
थैंक यू सो मच. लाइट चली गई है, बुरा ना मानो.
होली है.
होली है, आज तो होली नहीं है.
जब हम बोलते हैं ना बुरा ना मान लो, होली है, तो ये सिंग बैठता उससे. एक कॉमन फ्रेज हो गया ये, ठीक है, इसलिए बोलते हैं बुरा ना मानो, बुरा नहीं मानना. होली कलर लगा देते हैं ना, पहले बोलते हैं बुरा ना मानो, होली है. मान लो किसी को कलर पसंद नहीं है लेकिन हम कलर लगाना चाहते हैं होली के दिन, तो हम कलर लगा देते हैं जबरदस्ती और फिर बोलते हैं बुरा ना मानो, होली है. गॉट इट? नहीं है तुझे?
समझ में आ गया.
ओके देन बाय बाय, सी यू.
बुरा ना मानो आज मेरी फेवरेट बुक है.